Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Cogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. This is David Cogan with Eliances Heroes, and I got to tell you, I must have the best job in the world. Not because I get to interview these incredible people, but because they get to share their stories with others, making and improving the community, making and improving the lives of others. And I could not do it alone. Okay, this takes an entire team. In the studio, for example, we've got Glue, our producer. We've got Wesley working the boards. We even have Chef Cody here helping out, and he's the cheerleader here for today. So much that's going on. And this morning, well, who did we just have? Well, we just had business icon John Paul DeJoria, number 66 on the richest people in the U.S. list. You heard his amazing stories. And we just had, well, you probably have heard of the company, certainly, Apple. Everybody ring a bell? Well, Apple and Pepsi. Well, he was the CEO of both of them, John Scully. I mean, everything a guy touches, he seems to just turn to gold here and stuff. But we've also got another hero. That's right, Ash Kumra. All right. Wait till you hear his story. I got to tell you, he's doing, let me first start off. You can reach him at Youngry.com. That's Youngry.com. All right. Now, you're a recognized hero. In fact, not just from Eliances, but when the White House recognizes you, that's right, the White House recognizes you multiple times as an entrepreneur making an impact. Our next hero, Ash Kumra, all right, how do you get that recognition? Share with us what that is and how do you get it?
Well, first off, I'm really happy to be here. To answer your question, it's very humbling and a big honor. And in a nutshell, I would say just be good at what you do. I didn't ask for these awards. I didn't ask for the accolades. I mean, naturally, they're very great and they open up opportunities. But when you're knee deep in what you're doing and you're living your purpose, the universe pays it forward.
And you're an entrepreneur. You're doing a lot of things. You're an entrepreneur. You started Youngry, okay, which is a really cool name, easy to remember. But what's your vision for Youngry?
Yeah, so let me take a step back real quick. I have been in the entrepreneur ecosystem for almost 10 years now in different capacities. I co-founded a social network in another lifetime ago in the self-help kind of wellness arena. I've written several books on entrepreneurship. I, as a community leader, was involved in multiple kind of nonprofits and activist groups to help amplify entrepreneurship, both nationally and locally. And I've done a lot of speaking and broadcasting work. I bring this up because I wanted to do something that would take my passion for entrepreneurship on a larger scale. And I naturally, like yourself, fell in love with media. And I wanted to create a democratized entrepreneur news platform, which would help not only showcase good stuff out there, but also showcase a lot of these entrepreneur ventures that you normally don't hear about. And it's not that they're bad or good; it's that they're just underrepresented right now. Like, there's a lot of things in diversity. There's women entrepreneurs, there's makers, there is fashion entrepreneurs, there's all these different facets. And I wanted to have this brand that represents that kind of promotion, kind of like the ESPN of entrepreneurship. And the core audience that we're focusing on to empower is very young and hungry-minded entrepreneurs, those guys and girls that are in the very early stages of being an entrepreneur, hence the name Youngry.
I mean, I love it. In fact, coming up with the name of a company, I think, is something that entrepreneurs should really take their time with. I like Youngry. It's the one word, easy to remember, states what the company is. Not to mention that you're able to secure the domain name, which always helps too. Similar to what Eliances is. What we've done is we've taken Entrepreneurs That Align, we've dropped one of the letters, we've created Eliances because we're Entrepreneurs Line, like Google and that. Share with us though, how and what was the process for you to come up with the name? I mean, this is a unique name. This is a winner name.
Yeah, I'm fortunate to, and I've learned this from many successful entrepreneurs, I'm fortunate to have amazing partners who complement me in areas that I'm not necessarily be the strongest at. And my co-founder for Youngry is a very recognized fitness entrepreneur. He's he's on board with a very prominent online fitness movement brand, and he actually had come up with the branding and the name for Youngry, and so I have to give him credit. But yeah, it took some while to get it, and it's something that just had to happen.
And you could reach Ash Kumra by going to Youngry.com, or you can go to Eliances.com, Eliances.com. We'll have the clip there too. And you did mention earlier you're an author. That's right. In fact, you created Confessions of an Entrepreneur. What motivated you to write this, and, well, where can we get it?
Yeah, and actually I'll do a special with you guys that if anyone sends me an email that heard this interview, I'll send them an ebook version of my first volume.
Fantastic. And what email address should they send it to?
ash@youngry.com.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So, yeah, what motivated you to write this?
I think what motivated me is I had a lot of questions at the time when I wrote the first book. I had a lot of questions about entrepreneurship myself. I was in the middle of building a social network that I mentioned a while back, and there was just a lot of things I didn't have answers to, and I was like, well, if I don't have those answers, other people might want to get these answers solved. So what I did is I kind of just found different tastemakers in entrepreneurship. I found, one of the top angel investors, entrepreneur turned angel investor. He's considered a super angel. He's done over 100 angel investments. He made a 1,000x return on one of his angel investments. A company called Green Dot. It's a very prominent, I think, credit card payment type of arena. I also got a guy who created one of the more popular, restaurant retail brands called Wahoo's, and he built it from the ground up. I got all these different types of entrepreneurs, and I kind of asked the Simon Sinek questions. Why are you doing this? Why are you so relevant, and what kind of advice can you give people? And the compilation of the book had over 25 different successful entrepreneurs, and it's done really well. And then I did a volume 2 where I focus on college entrepreneurs, and I'm working on volume 3, but it's going to be around wellness and meditation and mindfulness. I think that's an area that every entrepreneur should embrace in their journey because of the ups and downs, and it's something I'm very passionate about.
So with your book, again, Confessions of an Entrepreneur, what's one of the most surprising confessions that you heard?
How common how similar many of the people's advice are. Like I mentioned, I had tech angel investors that deal with the Facebooks of the world and do those high risk investments, to a person who's a surfer by day and owns a fish taco, empire at night, and I had one of the top motivational speakers for college entrepreneurs, and I had authors, I had serial entrepreneurs, and there's some very similar tenets. One is don't be afraid, execute, but execute smartly, or work smart, not work hard, and it's a long haul game. And you'd be surprised, all these different entrepreneurs, some have raised money, some have never raised money, they all said the same things. So I'm just wow, I should have just interviewed one of these people. No, I'm just kidding. But it was very fascinating to see that.
So who do you think, though, is the best entrepreneur hero? Who is the best entrepreneur hero out there, if you had to pick one or two?
For me, it's Richard Branson. I think he just he lives life in his own terms. And I know right now, it's very easy for people to label him as oh, well, he's a billionaire. He can say all these statements about life and, how to live and be in the flow. But you have to realize, if you study his story, he started at 17, and he was clinically dyslexic. And he got, it was stressful for him because he was the outsider. And for him to take the risks that he's done, and by essentially living a life on his own terms, and it's inspirational for me, at least, because I like to think of myself as a creator, and I selfishly live life on my terms because I want to make the world be better, but I have to believe in myself so much that I can't let other opinions sway me. I listen to other people's opinions, but I have to I am the ultimate decision maker at the end, and I think that's important for any entrepreneur.
Right, incredible. And you're listening to Eliances Heroes. Are you a hero in business? Go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. We are the place where entrepreneurs align. And we've heard the common phrase, again, children are our future. What do you think's the magic common denominator, real quick, we've got less than a minute left, that you have seen for children to be successful and thrive in our world? I mean, you're interconnected. Again, less than 30 seconds left, but what do you see that being the magic for them to thrive in our world?
Innovation and being creative.
Excellent. Well, I got to tell you, anyone who is dedicated to celebrating entrepreneurship and promoting the hungry, minded, younger generation today is our hero. And Ash Kumra is certainly a hero. You could reach him by going to Youngry.com. Ash, you're incredible. Keep doing what you're doing. And be sure to listen next week to Eliances with David Cogan. Eliances.com. Thank you to LoopyDocs.com being our producer for all your editing needs. Thank you, Chef Cody.